There comes a point in every soul's journey when the weight becomes too much. When the walls feel too close, when you look at your life and wonder, how did I get here? You've been strong for so long, holding everything together, pretending you're okay while quietly falling apart inside. You've prayed, you've waited, you've tried to understand, but the silence grew louder, and now it feels like you've reached the breaking point. But listen carefully, this isn't where it ends. This is where it begins, because what feels like your breakdown is really the doorway to your breakthrough. You see, the divine never wastes pain. The universe, Krishna, they use everything. Your tears, your heartbreaks, your confusion. Even the moments when you collapse in exhaustion, whispering, "I can't do this anymore." Those moments are sacred. The breakdown is not destruction, it's dismantling. It's life gently taking apart everything that isn't true. Everything you built from fear, so you can rebuild in truth. When you're falling apart, you're not breaking, you're being broken open. You're shedding what's fake, what's heavy, what's blocking the light from entering. And yes, it hurts. Transformation always does. But what's coming next will make the pain make sense. Because right after the breakdown comes the breakthrough. There are times when you have to lose everything to realize what was never truly yours. Times when everything you depended on crumbles, so that you'll finally lean on the only thing that never will, the divine. Krishna lets what's false fall away so truth can stand. He removes what's temporary so that the eternal can stay. And while it may look like everything is falling apart, it's actually falling into alignment.com. You prayed for peace, didn't you? But peace cannot live in a house built on fear. So the universe shook your foundation not to destroy you, but to make room for real peace to move in. You asked for strength, but strength isn't born in comfort. It's born when everything collapses, and you realize you still have the courage to rise. You asked for clarity, and clarity often comes wrapped in confusion. The breakdown is the moment before the revelation, the night before the sunrise. Think about it. The seed has to break open before it grows. The caterpillar has to dissolve before it becomes a butterfly. The dark night always comes before the dawn. That's how nature works. That's how divinity works. The breakdown comes first because the breakthrough requires an open heart. The pain that feels unbearable right now is not a punishment. It's a purification. It's the universe burning away everything that doesn't belong to your next chapter. The old you is dying, the fearful you. The one who settled, the one who lived small, the one who doubted your worth. And in its place, something sacred is being born. But birth is never painless. It comes with contractions, the pushing, the breaking, the surrender. You're not being punished. You're being reborn. I know the nights have been long. I know the silence has been heavy. You've wondered if anyone can see how hard you've been trying. If your prayers even reach the heavens. They do. Every single one. Krishna heard you the first time you whispered. He saw the nights you cried yourself to sleep, the mornings you woke up pretending to be strong. And while you thought he was silent, he was working. Silence doesn't mean absence, it means alignment. Sometimes Krishna hides in the breakdown, because it's the only place. You'll stop pretending to be strong enough to do it alone. It's in the collapse that you finally say, "I surrender." And that's where the miracle begins. The breakdown strips away illusions. It humbles you, empties you, softens you. It takes away the masks you wear for the world until only truth remains. And in that emptiness, the divine light rushes in. You'll look back and realize the moment you thought everything was falling apart was the exact moment everything started coming together. You were never being destroyed, you were being rebuilt. Piece by piece. Soul by soul, the person who will rise from this storm won't be the same one who entered it. And that's the point. It's okay to break. It's okay to cry. It's okay to not know what comes next. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to hold faith long enough for the dawn to arrive. Krishna never leaves his devotees in darkness. When he allows the storm, it's only because he's already prepared the calm. When he takes away, it's only because he's ready to replace it with something divine. Your breakdown is not failure, it's sacred surgery. He's removing what blocks your peace, even if you can't see it yet. And once the pain passes, the light will return brighter than before. Every breakdown carries coded blessings. It takes away what weakens you and gives you what will strengthen you. It empties your hands so you can receive something higher, but you must allow it. You must let life undo you before it can renew you. You can't reach the breakthrough while clinging to the old. You can't step into the light while fearing the dark. The moment you stop resisting the breakdown, the breakthrough begins. Right now, you might not see how it's all connected, but someday soon, you will look back and realize the people who left made space for peace. The job that ended pushed you toward purpose. The silence taught you how to listen. The waiting taught you how to trust. And the breakdown showed you who you truly are. It revealed that you were stronger than the storm, softer than the pain, and braver than the fear. This is how divine transformation feels: messy, emotional, holy. You don't rise in perfection. You rise in surrender. The universe doesn't rebuild from the top down. It starts from the ruins. And what it creates afterward is stronger than what came before. You'll start noticing small shifts. A calm in your chest where panic used to live. A hope that returns without reason. A softness toward yourself where once there was shame. That's your breakthrough taking shape. That's the new life being born through your healing. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust that it's unfolding. Krishna's timing is not slow. It's precise. He's waiting for the right moment when your heart is open enough, when your faith is strong enough, when your spirit is ready to receive. You can't rush divine timing. You can only align with it. And alignment comes through surrender, not control, not panic, not fear. So stop trying to rush what's still growing. Let it bloom in its own season. Because once the breakthrough comes, you'll understand it had to take this long. You thought the silence meant abandonment, but it meant protection. You thought the delay meant denial, but it meant direction. You thought the ending meant failure, but it meant freedom. Everything was for you. Every breakdown carried the seed of blessing. When you prayed for strength, you were given challenge. When you prayed for faith, you were given silence. When you prayed for purpose, you were given pain. Not as punishment, but as preparation. Because your breakthrough was never going to be ordinary. It was going to be divine. You are not the same person who entered this storm. You are wiser, softer, truer. You see differently now. You understand that what breaks you also builds you. That surrender is stronger than control. That faith is greater than fear. And when you finally rise, you won't rise as the person who is broken. You'll rise as the person who is reborn. So take a deep breath. The hardest part is almost over. The darkness you feel is not endless, it's transitional. The pain you're carrying is not forever, it's sacred labor. You are giving birth to a new version of yourself. And when the light finally breaks through, you'll see it clearly. That every moment you thought you were breaking down, you were actually breaking open. This is the turning point. This is where faith becomes sight. This is where silence becomes music. And soon, you'll whisper through tears of joy. Now I understand why it had to happen this way. Krishna never wastes a single tear. Every ache, every cry, every sleepless night, it's all accounted for. He turns pain into wisdom, loss into freedom, endings into beginnings. He is not done with you yet. He's preparing the reveal, the moment where all of it clicks into place. You won't have to force it. It will arrive gently, naturally, beautifully. And when it does, peace will wash over you like sunlight after a storm. Because this time, you'll know the breakdown wasn't the end. It was the doorway. So when it hurts, when it breaks, when you think you've reached your limit, remember this. You are standing on sacred ground. You are being remade, redefined, reborn. And the same universe that allowed you to fall is the one lifting you back up. The night is almost over. The light is about to break through. You'll look back and see that this breakdown was actually the miracle beginning, because the breakthrough always comes right after, and yours is almost here.